What's up? It's Green Thumb. So we are picking up 75 cobs of corn. We made a deal with a local farmer. They're giving us a deal, so we're rolling up and picking them up. We're going to process them down and stick them in the deep freezer in bags. So yeah, support your local farmers. Here's we go. Let's see how this works out. All right, so it's the next day, and as you guys can see, right, we got corn. So we picked up 75 cobs of corn for 40 bucks. Mrs. Green Thumb made a deal with a local farmer. She called him up, told him what we wanted to do, said this is what we're looking for, and he made us a deal. So 75 cobs for $40. We had the kidlets shuck it and pick all of the strings off it this morning. So I'm going to show you guys what we're doing here and what the process is. Okay, here we go. So we have 2 big stock pots, boiling water. We've got 75 cobs. These have already been, all the strings have been taken off them. They've already been washed in cold water and they're ready to go. We've got the cutting board. Mrs. Green Thumb picked this up. She says it works great. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna find out. We're gonna try that. If that doesn't work, we're just gonna go to the knives and we're going to just cut it off the cob with the knives. Also, mandatory equipment, Tim's. And so once it's cut off the cob, so pretty much what we're doing, from here into the water, from the water after 4 minutes, we're going to pull it out of there into the cooler full of ice, let it sit there till it's cold enough to work. Then once it's cold enough to work, it's going on here to process down. From here, it's going to go into the bowl. Mrs. Green Thumb is then going to package it in freezer bags, peaches and cream, 2 cups with our date on it, and then they're all going into the deep freezer for here. Pretty much we're trying to fill up as much food in our freezers as we possibly can. We've been waiting to do this whole corn thing for a little while, so yeah, making it happen. This is nice corn. The farmer picked it for us just yesterday, so. Okay. So, I'm going to get Mrs. Green Thumb over here, and she is going to film what we're doing. Alright, so, taking the corn. We're not sure how many's going to fit in the pot. We're figuring at least 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's try 16. All right, we're going with 16. We're setting a timer for 4 minutes. And so I looked it up. I talked to a couple of other YouTubers, and because this is our first time doing corn like this, and the question you hear is, do you blanch it? Do you not blanch it? How long do you blanch it for? Is there a reason to blanch it? So I did some Googling, and apparently the reason you want to blanch your corn is because one of your extension offices was saying that you want to blanch it for a minimum of 2 to 3 minutes, and the reason for that is there's enzymes in the kernels of your corn cob, or in the kernels of your corn, and if you don't blanch it and you go right to freezing it, those enzymes continue to work inside the kernel of your corn, making it tough. And no one wants tough corn, right? I mean, if you're going through the process of doing this, you don't want a crappy product when you pull it out of the freezer in the middle of February and you're thinking, oh, fresh corn, and it tastes like crap. So we're going to blanch it for 4 minutes. The reason we went with 4 is because a lot of the online research also says between 6 and 7 minutes, but I boil my corn for 8 minutes to cook it to eat it. So between 2 to 3 minutes from the extension office and the other research from a lot of other people who do this, at about 6 minutes, 5 to 6, we picked 4. So we're counting down, we're at 2.5 minutes.
We're also trying to preserve as much nutrition and goodness left in the corn as humanly possible for a GMO product.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Next year we'll grow our organic corn.
Yeah, we were going to grow corn this year. We even went out and bought multiple packs of corn to plant this year. But if you guys have seen how much orange tarp is left still on the garden down there, we tilled up 1,475 square feet of garden. We used on this property about 400 square feet. The rest still has the tarp on it. Due to the kind of the living situation, we thought we were going to have to move earlier than we have to. So we knew corn wasn't going to have enough time to mature while we were living here. Well, it turns out we're at the end of the season and we're eating local corn, so we could have planted our own corn. But yeah. So for next year, we're going to be doing all kinds of corn.
We've even got popcorn corn.
Yep. So we've got that. We've got, so we started off, so we're on a well, and our well is deep and our well is ice cold. So the well we started out in, the water we started out in here was freezing cold. We've got 1 bag of ice. Looking at it now, it's not going to be enough, so I've got a minute left on the timer. I'm going to throw another bag of ice into the cooler. You want lots of ice in here. The reason is you want this cooking process to stop with that corn. As soon as that corn hits that ice water, you want to shock it and you want to stop that cooking like immediately. So that's why we want lots of ice. I've got 2 more in reserve and another cooler right over there. 10 seconds left on the corn. So we're going to start pulling that.
Okay.
Oh, it smells good. Look at that corn.
Beauty.
That's nice.
Maybe we should set some aside for a taste test and make sure it's not contaminated. You have to add butter and salt and pepper.
Quality control.
Yep.
Oh yeah. This is going to be so good. February, it's going to be minus 40 Celsius outside with a huge snowstorm, and we're going to be inside eating corn from the summertime that's going to taste just like summer.
The chickens sure will be happy with all the scraps left over.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
And how long are we doing in the cooler?
People say about 5 minutes should be enough to make it cool. I really don't want to burn my hands, but I know this is going to take a while to get all this done, so...
And it's got to be somewhat coolable in the Ziploc.
Yeah, definitely. So I figure probably somewhere in the realm of 5 minutes in this ice water. Because you didn't really cook the corn, right? This isn't cooked. That was in the water about 5 minutes. It's definitely still firm. I can feel it with my tongs. It's not super soft. So that's what she looks like. So we're going to cut this out here for a second, and I'll bring you guys back when the corn is cooled and we're starting the process of cutting it on Mrs. Green Thumb's
Dollarama Fine.
Dollarama Fine. Now,
Made in China.
She already ran a cob of corn through here. She's, yeah, made in China. Of course it's made in China. But she already ran a cob of corn through here, so, and she says it works. This thing's, I don't know if the camera lens will pick it up. It's kind of serrated like a steak knife.
Yeah, we got it.
So let's just hope by the end of the day, I don't have a hole punched through the center of my hand. And then you use this thing, apparently, to
Push the cob down.
push it down. So
That's the hand saver.
that's right, the hand saver.
Hand saver 2000.
I trust it, it's made in China. Absolutely. Top quality product right here. That's why it was at
And
the
it's
dollar
pink.
store. And it's pink of all things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, so corn's cold. Mrs. Green Thumb's dollar store Chinesium stuff. So this is how you're supposed to use it. In the cup, right? Supposed to take it, grind it down, and then you're supposed to pull it through, and then you're supposed to pull it back, and then you're supposed to do one of these,
Flip it over, do the other
and flip
side.
it over like this, and now you're supposed to use this thing and push it on here, and then fight with it, and then this happens. Okay? So we're not doing that. This is what we're doing instead.
Yay, China.
Yeah. So you, happy chickens. Look at that. So,
Oh yeah, happy chickens.
right. Now, saying that, this thing works great. Watch this. Put it on your countertop. Push it down. I don't have to force this at all. Couple of twists. Okay, it's on. Over your bowl. Grind it like this. Done. Look at that.
Yep. And it's all the same size and consistency too, so.
Now compare that to how they want you to do it. So, yeah.
Okay.
Look at that. Breaking pieces off.
Yeah.
So, we have done, what's left here? 6, 7. We have 7 left out of the 15 we started with. We have that in the jar, or in the bowl. And we have the 2 cups in a bag. So when we're all done, I'm going to go through and I'll give these a squeeze down and I'll suck all the air out of here. And then I'll pinch them up. Mrs. Green Thumb is already done. I don't even know how many of these bags that she's already written up over there on the table. So we're going to run through a bunch here and call this a day, because when this project is over, this afternoon we're going to water bath heirloom tomatoes out of the garden. And then when that is over, we are going to make fajita chicken, and we're going to pressure can that. We've got 4 huge bags of chicken legs we got on sale, so we're going to turn those into fajita chicken. We're literally going to cold pack the chicken, put the fajita seasonings right in the jar, seal it up into the pressure canner, and away we go. So this day is nowhere near over. So we're going to get through this.
We're also going to sample a couple of cobs of corn before the end of this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, when everything's all said and done, we're going to take 2 cobs out of here. We're going to cook it all the way through on the last run through, and then me and Mrs. Green Thumb are going to sit out on the deck and get corn on the cob from here to here full of butter, salt, and pepper, because that's what it takes. If you're not messy when you're done eating corn on the cob, you're not doing it right.
It's a 3 napkin dinner.
It's a 3 napkin dinner. So guys, on a serious note though, if you guys find this thing by Rama Designs,
I got it from a yard sale for $1, but I think it might have been $4 at Dollarama here in Ontario.
yeah, so if you end up finding something like this, like, I haven't even started using my knives yet.
Those are your favorite too.
Yeah. I haven't even, they're dirty now because I just grabbed them, but literally up until this point, I haven't even bothered. This thing is so much easier, and it's doing a fantastic job. Like that's clean cob right there.
You should do an infomercial style Like a slap chop, but not
The slap chop. Check out these nuts. Okay, so I'm going to run through a whole bunch of this. I will get back to you guys in a little bit, and I'll show you the end result of what 75 cobs, well, 74 and a half cobs looks like after it's all processed down and in the bags. All right, see you in a second. So when all is said and done, this is what we ended up with. 40 2-cup bags of corn. So these are all going to go into the deep freezer now. And then we're just going to eat them until we have none left. I also want to shout out to Mames and Loretta and Joe for helping me out with this morning. Helping me out trying to figure out how to get this done. So thanks, guys. Also, support your local farmer. Farmers are key. They feed cities. Don't ever forget that. And in case you guys are wondering, it worked out to, we have 40 bags and we ended up paying $40 for the 75 cobs of corn. So 40 bags, 40 bucks, $1 a bag. I'm okay with that. And it worked out to 2 and a bit cobs per bag. So that's about it. All right, guys. So have a good one. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that stuff. See ya. Bye.